Hey, it's Lowry Smith of the CommanderSmiths here with a card opening package from Card Kingdom. Ordered them. A lot of promos, some of the newer stuff, Doctor Who, just stuff that I want for decks. As you can see, Heffelgriff and Wrath of God promo. But let's start cracking it, huh? This is about $215 worth, and then after taxes, so probably $200 worth of cards. Um, Got some new ones that I didn't have before. We'll start off with the big package. Yeah. Vampire token. Cool, cool. Let's see here. All right. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh. Doot. That's more clear, I guess. This is reserve list card. I didn't have it. I kind of was debating on putting it in a deck for some reason. Don't know, but you're given stuff. Let's move on. Pretty cool. Whoops. All right. We have Tegwill. And this is whenever another fairy comes in under your control, draw a card and lose a life. Going to be pretty sweet in a Layla, so we'll try and fit that in. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator, new Planeswalker. It makes a token, I believe. Yeah. So I'm making Xavier Saul and want it to be a Planeswalker deck that makes tokens, and so should be cool there. Elvish Archivist was just kind of noticing that it gets bigger, and then it's kind of a enchantress style for artifacts, I believe. Yeah, so when an artifact comes into play, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it, or and then whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, one time per turn, draw a card. Not bad for two mana. So bought a couple of those. For the Emperor, I kind of like this as a white overrun style card, +2/+2 vigilance and lifelink to your creatures. Not a bad deal. Bought a couple of those. Assault Intercessor. I kind of like this one. 3/2 first strike menace. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they lose 2 life. That's kind of a lot. I have one. I want to see if I can fit it into a couple more. And then I'm guessing this is going to be a lot of Doctor Who cards. There's a lot of cool ones. I wanted them foil. I like this guy because he's huge and makes an army, and he's a legend, so he does some work. The Wedding of River Song, drawing cards and time traveling, not a bad deal to do. A lot of cheap foils if you go and look at Card Kingdom right now. So I like the sound of drums. This is a goading that you can bring back once that creature's dead, but real cheap. Regeneration restored. It is them surge foils. They look real good. Um, and so I was pretty happy to get a couple of those. Curse Mirrors, real cheap. Full art foils. I want to say I got these for like $1. And this card was $3-4 on its own, non-foil, non-special. So I was happy to get a couple of those. I like Heaven Sent a lot. I don't know why I wanted more of them, but I did. Ensnared by the Mara. Um, it's just a really cool card. It's like playing spells. It's like a spell-based Atali a little bit. So I was kind of liking a few more of those. Doomsday Confluence does it's a huge, I think it's probably a fair Torment and Hailfire. You can see I got a bunch of them at this point, so they're real cheap as well. Real cheap. Danny Pink, a lot of cards out there putting counters on creatures. And so if you have something that puts 1/1 counter on all of your creatures, you're drawing a card for each of those, but it only happens once per turn for that creature. So Danny Pink seems pretty sweet. Auton Soldier seems I really like it as well. So a clone with Myriad, whatever you want. The Ninth Doctor, I think, is a really, really cool card, giving you multiple upkeeps if it untaps. So I can dig it. Four Nox is drawing. I also like this one quite a bit. So foil, happy to get that. Ensnared by the Mara again, foil. Old Bordered Master Transmuter. This used to be a goddamn $10 card, and I'll take it for 99 cents. Yep. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus. You got that old school Planeswalker. If they would have done it, foil. This was like $3. It's not that anymore, I'm sure. Transcendent Message. I do have a Convoke deck, so I'm gonna get the pretty version of a cheap card. Tail Swipe, I thought was pretty cool. Choose target creature you control and target creature. It's a fighting card for cheap, instant. I dig it. Soul Diviner, building Xavier Soul, so I want to be able to take stuff off every once in a while, draw a card. Not a bad deal. Phyrexian Language, Psychosis Crawler. So, card I use a ton of. Might as well get a cool version of it. Same thing with this. I don't remember the name of it real quick. That's going to be the problem of Phyrexian Mana, right? But these are cool cards, and I just wanted a version of them that do that. Niv Mizzet promo, old bordered foil. It's probably going to be the coolest version. We'll see what they put in the Ravnica remastered, but I kind of forgot that was happening. So we'll see. It's one of my favorite creatures in the out there. Light up the stage, promo foil. Wanted a version of that. I'm going to turn my overhead light off. That's my bad. Jetted Ojanen. I have a hashtag Team Forest Walk deck with Jetted Ojanen Mercenary, and I kind of just wanted that. This is You're the Tiger. It is foil full art. There is no abilities to the guy, so that makes it real nice and easy, but it's a beautiful card. Goblin Rabble Master, promo foil. Nice and cheap and easy. I think it was $1 or $2. Eidolon of the Great Revel, another card that I normally think recovers. It's getting reprinted quite a bit, but this is a store promo. Looking real sexy right now. So, Bribery Judge Foil. This was like maybe $20. This was a big one. So I really like this card. Might as well get a upper version of it when it's cheap. Aether Channeler. I have this in my Essex deck, so it's a really nice card to copy or bounce or blink. It has a lot of options there. So this is also a store promo. Sword of Once and Future. Cards goddamn $3 right now at all this special stuff. So swords are always good, always cool to put in. So I was gonna go with that. Arcane Bombardment, if you like copying spells. I think this might be going in my Calamax deck, but this one was more expensive one, $6-7. Nashi, Moon's Legacy. Also, I think this is going in Xavier Saw. We'll see. It'll at least be considered. And Cavalier of Flame, discarding, drawing cards for red. Not a bad deal. All right, one more smaller package for you. And let's see here. But a lot of Doctor Who cards just to get them special and pretty and stuff like that. The ones that I like that were cheap. There's more expensive cards, sure, but I'm a cheap asshole. All right. Wrath of God promo, not a bad looking thing. I don't use a lot of Wrath of Gods, but it's cool to have cool cards. Gate Colossus as well. Gates and caves and stuff like that. We'll see if gates ever come back again, but people like playing gate decks, and I have had this in a deck before. So, Call of the Herd, Grand Prix foil. It's a flashback card. It's kind of cool, but well, just cheap. All Runs Epiphany, full art foil. This was $5 or $6, but it's a pretty card. Been waiting a while. It didn't drop on Card Kingdom, so it is what it is. Shatter Skull Smashing. This is just I refused to buy the flip mythics from Battle for Zendikar, and they didn't go down, and so I kind of just bit the bullet on this one and the black one, and it is what it is. But they're good when you can get a land out of it. They're the best ones. The black one as well, Agadeem's Awakening. That's a good one to have. That one's like $20. Goddamn. Thunderous Debut. I don't even remember what this is, but it doesn't matter at this point. A lot of really good cards for cheap in the enchantments, Wilds of Eldraine, those special cards. Get them. Yeah. Foil, Waste Not. This I want to say this was $3. Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Polluted Bonds foil. This was $2-3 as well, but this card was a $10-15 card prior to this reprint. I would go and swoop up a lot of those cards. Nature's Will is one of my favorite GD cards out there. Just untapping your lands a ton. Foils. These were like $1. They were $20 before this reprint. Go get them. Impact Tremors. This card seems to always recover, so I bought a handful of the foils. More than a handful, I guess. But yep, they're real cheap right now too. Everybody at least has one deck that they wish they put Impact Tremors in. So got that. Garrick's Uprising. I have it in a few decks, so I picked up a few foils of that. Also, the foils are dang cheap. Sanity, another one. Good one to get in foil. Dawn of Hope, foil. This was like a buck as well, buck a piece. And last one is Songbird's Blessing. Overpriced. I think you could probably go to the store and find it for a buck or two, or 50 cents to a buck. I think I paid like 3 for it. So not my best. Hey, if you liked it, please thumbs up it, share. Also, all of this was not out of cash. I sent in cards into Card Kingdom for credit. Generally, I try and send in 70% or higher. You just gotta, it's a little bit more work that way. So that's how I kind of buy a lot of my random ass cards. Is just I have a bunch of trades on CardSphere, so always trying to keep acquiring cards and stuff like that. So if you enjoyed, share, like, sub with CommanderSmiths. Bye.